Let's be real, this is one of the hardest questions people ask. What happens to babies who die? It's emotional, it's deep, and it deserves a real answer, one that brings peace, not just theological gymnastics. Some people think God's up there with a clipboard going, boom, baby didn't get baptized, bad next. No, that's not the God of the Bible. That's the God of bad internet memes. Now, let's talk facts. First, scripture shows that God is just and merciful. Genesis 18:25 says, "Shall not the judge of all the earth do what is just?" Translation, God's not out here making unfair calls. He's not some cosmic DMV employee handing out eternal punishments like candy. Then there's King David, a man who messed up big time, but knew God well. In 2 Samuel 12, after David's baby died, he said, "I will go to him, but he will not return to me." David believed he would see his child again. He didn't say, maybe, or if God's in a good mood. He said, I will go to him. That's hope. That's faith. That's confidence in God's goodness. Now, let's talk theology without sounding like a textbook. Babies aren't morally accountable like adults. They're not out here plotting bank robberies or lying about their taxes. Romans 1 tells us people are without excuse because they've seen and understood truth. But babies, they haven't reached that level yet. No knowledge, no understanding, no rebellion. So what does that mean? It means that God's grace covers them. That same grace that saves adults through Jesus also applies to those who never had the chance to hear, speak, or believe. It's not that babies are sinless. We're all born with sin nature. But salvation has always been about God's mercy, not our performance. And if you're thinking, but the Bible doesn't say all babies go to heaven. True. But it does show us the character of God a Father who's slow to anger, rich in love, and not willing that any should perish. So no, babies aren't doomed. They're not trapped in theological limbo. They're with the one who knit them together in the womb. The same God who said, "Let the little children come to me." Bottom line, if you've lost a child, you can have hope. Not based on fairy tales or feelings, but based on who God is loving, just, and full of mercy. And maybe, just maybe, when you get to heaven, a little hand will reach for yours, and you'll know that grace had the final word.